Hello, my dear students. In this video, we are continuing with lesson 4 India in the 18th century. In the last class, we learned about the greater Mughals, later Mughals, and causes of decline of the Mughal Empire, then Aurangzeb's unwise policies, then a role of the nobles, a role of the later Mughals. And in this video, we are going to learn about the breaking up of the empire. Already we have discussed that because of Aurangzeb's unwise policy, the Mughal Empire started to decline. And after the death of Aurangzeb, many rulers were there, but they were very weak rulers. So the nobles naturally they assumed the role of kingmakers. Okay, and here we will learn about those kinds of things. What happened after the breaking up of the empire. During Muhammad Shah's reign, who is Muhammad Shah? He is in the category of later Mughals, a very weak successor of Aurangzeb. Okay, and during Muhammad Shah's reign, some ambitious nobles they established states that were virtually free from Mughal control. Okay, and some of these states were economically and culturally prosperous and had strong armies. However, they failed to unite against invaders. Okay, after the death of Aurangzeb, many rulers were there, but they were very weak rulers. And at the time of Muhammad Shah, many nobles they made their kingdom free from the Mughal control. Okay, at the same time we can say that these areas or these states were economically and culturally prosperous and had strong armies also. First state is Bengal. Murshid Qali Khan, who had been made the governor of Bengal in 1717, became almost independent. He and his successors recognized the administration of Bengal and promoted agriculture and trade. Under them, Bengal became a prosperous state. They, however, neglected the army and navy and failed to check corruption among their officials. First, we can learn about Murshid Qali Khan. He was the governor of Bengal in 1717 and he was almost or he became almost independent from the Mughal rulers. Okay, at the time of his reign, means he gave more important for promoting agriculture and trade. Under his reign, Bengal become a prosperous state. Okay, and the next state we can learn about Awadh. The state of Awadh became more or less independent under Sadat Khan, who became the governor around 1724. Sadat Khan and his successors introduced many administrative reforms, raised a strong army, and improved the economic condition of Awadh. The Lucknowi culture developed under them, and Lucknow became a center of art and literature. A new form of architecture based on the Mughal style developed, which is best represented in the Imambara at Lucknow. Next we can learn about Sadat Khan. He was the governor of Awadh in 1724. Okay, and his successors, Sadat Khan's successors, made many administrative reforms and made a strong army also. Okay, at their time, economy improved a lot and a new culture developed. What is that? A Lucknowi culture developed under them and Lucknow became a center of art and literature. Next state we can see that Hyderabad. In 1724, Chin Kulich Khan, better known as Nizam ul Mulk, forced Muhammad Shah to give him the title Asaf Jah and recognize him as the governor of Deccan. Therefore, he became virtually an independent ruler and established state of Hyderabad. Nizam ul Mulk, he made a state in Hyderabad. He crushed the rebellious chiefs and the state of Hyderabad progressed under his administration. At the time of his reign, at the time of Nizam ul Mulk's reign time, Hyderabad developed, okay, and it was a prosperous country or prosperous state also on the rule or on the reign of Nizam ul Mulk. Next we can see that Jaipur. The Rajput state of Amber rose to prominence under Savai Raja Jai Singh. Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur. Who was the founder of city Jaipur? Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur and made it a center of art and scientific learning. He was deeply interested in astronomy and built observatories at Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi and Mathura. Next we can see that Jaipur, the Rajput state of Amber. Later we can we have another name Jaipur. It was made it a center of art and scientific learning at the time of Jai Singh, Savai Raja Jai Singh. And he was interested in astronomy and he built many observatories at Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi and Mathura. Next state we can see that Bharatpur and Rohilkhand. The Jats of the region around Delhi, Agra and Mathura established the state of Bharatpur, while the Rohilla Afghans formed the state of Rohilkhand, covering the territories of Moradabad, Bijnor and Bareilly in Uttar Pradesh. Native, what is the name of the next state? Bharatpur and Rohilkhand. The Jats of the regions around Delhi, Agra and Mathura, they established the state of Bharatpur. Okay, now we can see that foreign invasion. Taking advantages of unstable political situation, I told you already, after the death of Aurangzeb, Mughal empire started to decline. By taking the advantages, because there is no strongest rulers, by taking this advantage of this time, many Persian rulers, they came and invaded India. What was the name? First name Nadir Shah, who invaded India. He defeated the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah at Karnal in 1739. Muhammad Shah was restored to his throne only after he ceded all the territories west of the Indus. Afghanistan thus went permanently out of the control of the Mughal. And Nadir Shah, at the time of invading, Nadir Shah, he carried away enormous, or he plundered wealth, and he plundered including the Kohinoor diamond and Shah Jahan's jewel-studded peacock throne. It is very important. At the time of invasion, Nadir Shah, the Afghan invader, he attacked and he plundered the wealth. He plundered including the Kohinoor diamond and Shah Jahan's jewel-studded peacock throne. Nadir Shah's invasion exposed the weakness of Mughals. After this invasion, the Maratha expanded northwards and threatened Mughal authority. After the invasion of Nadir Shah, the Marathas they expanded northwards and threatened Mughal authority. Between 1748 and 1761, the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali and another invader, he invaded India several times. In 1761, Ahmad Shah Abdali inflicted a crushing defeat on the Maratha in the Third Battle of Panipat. This destroyed the possibility of the Marathas replacing the Mughals as a supreme power. Okay. Once again we can revise what we have learned in this video. First, I told you that after the death of Aurangzeb, many nobles, they formed a separate state under them, and those states, it was prosperous also, and the administration also was very good. They give more importance for agriculture and trade, and many of the kings, they give more importance for art and architecture. And here we saw that two invaders, who is that? Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah Abdali. Nadir Shah, at the time of invading India, he carried away enormous wealth, including Kohinoor diamond and Shah Jahan's jewel-studded peacock throne. And another invader, Ahmad Shah Abdali, he invaded India several times. In 1761, Ahmad Shah Abdali inflicted a crushing defeat on the Maratha in the third battle of Panipat. Ahmad Shah Abdali fought with Marathas, and the end of the battle, Marathas failed and Ahmad Shah Abdali won the battle. Okay.